Press the subscribe button for subscribing my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon for getting new updates from my channel. Here you guys, this is Shuddha, you are watching Shuddha Tech. Once more, all of you guys are greatly welcome to my channel. And in the previous video, I have already unboxed all the products that are required for making a custom PC. And in this video, I am going to assemble all of them. So let's begin the video. So guys, this is the cabinet that I haven't unboxed in the previous video. Along with this, we get a lot of things, that is the installation manual for installing the parts like the PSU and other things, and another installation manual for installing the 240mm water cooling system inside it. So this is the things. Another thing that we get is the things that are required for installing all the parts, that is the screws, washers and many more. And this side is fully transparent. Here we get a transparent casing, and on the other side there is another casing for it. So there all the slides are present here, and here is the button for the fan, and there are the 3 USB ports. This is the port for the microphones and the speaker, and one power button and another restart button. In the front we get the place for opening the CD drives. So in this way the CD drives open, and inside it we can easily place our CD drive, and along with the CD drive we get place for another CD drive and place for the floppy. I have already installed this Asus CD drive in it from the beginning. Along with this we also get a LED strip that is shining above, so you can see it. Inside it there are 4 screws which are used for keeping the CD drive in its place, for managing the CD drive, and along with that we get a good space for keeping all the HDDs and SSDs at a proper positions. The things totally, the cabinet is quite good, and there is above is for HDDs, and below there is for SSD, and there is a vent for the opening for the PSU mount, that is the power supply unit. I have chosen the VS550 power supply that I have told at the beginning, and here it is the place for the fan that is pre-installed, and we also get a many place for the cards such as the VGA cards and sound cards and many more. Along with that, this is the bunch of wire that is for the sensors, the switch, the fans and many more that are present within within these cabinets. So these are the whole bunch of wire which are coming from the cabinet. You can see properly, I think so. So at the up side we can get mounting for the motherboard and a good space for the wirings. So we move to the next thing for lighting up this whole system by installing the motherboards and power supply and other parts that are required. This cabinet is built up of plastic and metal. The above coating is of a plastic for making it loose. This is the VS550 crosshair power supply that I have unboxed in the previous video, and now I am going to put it inside the cabinet. So there I go, and in this way you have to put the power supply inside the cabinet. So one thing that you have to keep in mind, that always the fan will be at the bottom, as the fan vent is present at the bottom of the cabinet. So there I have fixed it on the cabinet and mounted it with the help of the screws. I require only 4 screws for fitting it. Here are few area for fitting this. This is the bunch of wire which you have to take it out from this vent for keeping the front clear, so getting a good view of this. So you can see how good it's looking. At the back you can see this is the vent from which airflow of the PCU will happen, and there is a area for putting the screws and making the system tight. So here I have mounted these screws, and here you can see the area for getting the AC voltage inside it and for the switch, and this is the switch that will help to make our system power on. from the boot. And so this is a bunch of wire that I have been taken out from this cabinet, from the PCU, from this hole, and it contains different types of wires such as the wires of CPU, wires of motherboard, wires of HDD, and different types of wire. It also contains the wires from other things. So this is the HDD, that is a Seagate Barracuda 1 TB hard disk that I have unboxed in the previous video, and I will put it inside the cabinet with the help of these two straps that are provided inside the cabinet. I will use these tools for left in the left one and right in the right of the hard disk for keeping the hard disk fixed at its position. There is a lock present inside this strap for keeping the hard disk at its position. It is very smooth and enters inside it is very clearly. So now this is a place for installing the HDD. So it will slide in this place. There is many slots for keeping the HDD. I have chosen this one. So hope you can see how I have fixed it down, and this is how you have to fix it. So the next thing is getting out of this and fixing all other parts. So I have already fixed the VS550 power supply and the cabinet. Now the time for the motherboard, and this is the motherboard, that is Asus ROG Strix motherboard that I have also unboxed. Along with this we also get few series and other things, and this is the AMD Ryzen processor that I am going to fix into the AM4 socket of this Asus ROG Strix B350E motherboard. It's made for gaming, and inside along with this CPU we also get a branded fan that is of AMD, and we have to put the fan in these two mount, and after mounting the CPU in its position, so there is a clip which we have to open for keeping the CPU at its position. So now it's time for putting the CPU. So this way you have to open this slowly, as slow you can do it. And now this one is the CPU. So take it out carefully without harming it and place it at the AM4 socket inside the motherboard. So in this way you have to take it out, and so you can see how shiny it is, and these are generally gold plated. And now you have to put it in its position, and keeping all the things ready, you have to, by seeing carefully all the things are good and carefully you have to do it and make the clip off. Now is the time for keeping the fan at its position for cooling the CPU. So you have to remove the brackets that are present on the motherboard as fast that I have shown, and now you have to put the fan at its position and plug it inside the socket. That you can see here is the channel optional or CPU fan socket, and this is the DDR4 RAM 24,000 mAh 4GB, which I am going to put in this slot. Here we can get 4 slots. I will choose the second and fourth one for putting these two DDR4. One is 4GB and 8GB. I will definitely say you to use a RAM of same height so that it is good, but I haven't same RAM, so I am using two different kinds of RAM in it, but both speed are same. So in this way you have to enter the RAM inside its slot, and this is the first RAM, that is of 4GB, and the next RAM is this one, this is of 8GB. I will put it on the fourth slot. Remember to put by carefully seeing all the slots and seeing the measures. There the clips already is done, and now I have wired it out by using the wirings, and here you can see how I have fitted it. Now the time for wiring. I have fitted it inside the cabinet with the help of screws, 9 screws, along with the washers for keeping the motherboard safe at its position. And now I have wired it with the help of the wires coming from the cabinet and the wires coming from the PCU and other wires which are present from the like the SATA cables and the other cables that were provided. So in this way I have already fixed all the cables at its position, like the HDD cables, the reset button cable, like the fan cable, and LED cables, along with the 2.0 cable coming from the USB place. And here it is the biggest wire of USB 3.0, and here it is the wire for the CPU power that is present inside the motherboard, and this is the wire coming from the PSU for powering the whole motherboard. There is a 14 pin or maybe 15 pin wire coming from the PSU. So finally done, I have completed my setup. Now I have already joined all the things that I have unboxed, that is the cabinet which inside which I have fixed all the parts, that is my PC, along with the hub, switch, keyboards. I have powered them along with each other. I have connected to it. This is the keyboards, and they are all backlighted, and these are the speaker, and from this is a Samsung curved monitor that I have shown in the previous videos. And I have also used a dongle, or you can say it's a Wi-Fi adapter, not a dongle, and HP pen drives, and the wires of the keyboard and keyboard and mouse inside it. And from that I have inserted this one inside the PC. Now it is a time for booting up this device for the first time, and now I am going to do that. So I am giving the switch from the main area, and so it is the time for it to boot up. For booting it up, you have to first see carefully and keep the switch present inside the PSU that I have shown at the beginning. There is a switch of the PSU. You have to first give the switch of the PSU for making the system on, otherwise the system will not make on. So now the system, I have given the switch and the PSU, and the system has started. So you can see how beautiful it looks after the starting. The lighting are glowing, the keyboard is glowing, and beautiful lighting you can see from the keyboard. And there the mouse is also changing its color, and on the other side the monitor is getting power from the HDMI cable and the 25-watt power supply. And now it is the time for pushing the switch and starting on the system by booting it. So the system has started. You can see all the fans are now running, and inside the monitor you can see the Republic of Gamers logo, and inside the cabinet you can see how the lighting of the cabinet is coming out. The beautiful red flames are glowing as well as spinning at a high speed for making the system cool if it become hot. And the VGA card is looking fine, and other things are also looking good enough to see. So in the monitor you can now see the BIOS UEFI utility in advanced mode. Now I am going to show you what can you do with your BIOS. With the help of BIOS you can change all the things in advanced mode. So I have chosen this good motherboard for getting an advanced and modern and up-to-date BIOS. So here this is a BIOS. So how it's look, you can see in this much. I hope you can get a good see in this video. So I hope you have liked this video. If that, don't forget to subscribe my channel and put on good share of this video, so that may my channel subscriber increase. And hope you have enjoyed this video. So guys, in this video, up to that, meet you in the next video. In the next video I will came up with all the 5 things that you have to do after building up your PC. So guys, Jai Hind. Next video, wait for that.